What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Fight. So today I want to jump into a very brief discussion about current shop deals and events going on with the I guess I don't even know what the hell to call this, but it's the No Way Home celebration. So it's really weird that we're talking about No Way Home celebration while we do not have a second part to No Way Home celebration. I know it's weird and it really is confusing, but let's jump into this anyways, right? So essentially inside the store, we've basically been updated with two events, right? We basically have the Steel Experiment chest, which is not for the No Way Home celebration, because the Steel Experiment chest is literally for the Hellfire Gala, and as you might think, it's literally to unlock bios for Mr. Sinister and Colossus. So a lot of the chest is centered around those characters, so it's literally going towards the Hellfire. Typically, I will tell you always that these chests are not worth it because the rewards inside of them, you're most likely going to end up with gold if you need bios for Mr. Sinister, which you very well could need. Like for instance, if we go to my team and I was to look at Mr. Sinister and I wanted to level up this character, I might be in for a world of hurt because I might not have enough bios to level up this character. So let's take a look. For instance, I'll do max on here and go use. Okay, so like if I wanted to upgrade this character, you can see I only have 0 out of 30 bios for Mr. Sinister. To get more bios for this character, I legitimately need to go into the X-Gene shop and purchase bios from there. So that's basically going to equate to about 20 bios a day over the course of about 30 days. So that's about 600 bios. Clearly not enough to get Mr. Sinister all the way up to 6-star on his uniform. The other option that you have is to use an upgrade ticket. So for instance, you can see me, I have an advanced upgrade ticket inside here. If you've collected these from playing any of the various modes, because you can collect those for a number of modes, then you can collect Mr. Sinister bios from there. That's going to be your best bet, right? Now Colossus is a little bit different. Let's equip his current uniform for his Hellfire Gala. God, I love the way that uniform look. It is sexy as hell. So for Colossus, we basically are looking at his bios, and Colossus's bios are a little bit more easier to obtain because you can get them from ally shifters and stupid X-Men of the stupid X-Men epic quest for X-Force if you already have that unlocked. Otherwise, for him, you do have to go get 20 X-Genes daily inside here. But the ally shifters is probably going to be easiest method to get those. So you can see like I have 1081, and what that is basically if you were to go inside here, you can see stupid X-Men right here, and you can see chrome plated comrade has him as a dimension shifter reward for that, and then as well as locked out, he's a shifter as well from there. So if you really need it, you can get bios simply from there to do that. But if you don't have the bios, then, you know, to be honest with you, the store purchase in this event is actually not that bad. But I think you should hold off for the meantime until people can figure out whether or not these are good uniforms for the characters. They essentially, for like Colossus and Mr. Sinister especially, they look like relatively good upgrades on paper, so I would lean towards these are going to, like for Mr. Sinister, is going to be an upgrade for him no matter what. For Colossus, he has so many uniforms, it's just whether or not this is going to be a better uniform than his Phoenix Force uniform, because the main reason that people were using this for isn't really reflective inside his other skills that are being changed. So give it some time, wait, and you'll see some things. But if you absolutely need them, this is a good way to get those, because essentially what you're paying for is the crystals, and whatever you get from the boxes is just, you know, it's extra. So if you end up with some Essence of Dimension or some Titan component packs or anything else like that, you know, you essentially ended up with a bonus inside there. So it's not a bad deal, especially considering the crystals. Like I said, you're just paying for the crystals and everything else in the packs are extra. Next up, we have the No Way Home event packs. These are coming with the new event tokens. You can see they look like the integrated suit for For Spider-Man, is essentially you're paying for the crystals again, and these things right here. This is one of the good things that I always compare between Marvel Future Revolution and Marvel Future Fight, is the basically dollar to value ratio. Basically, essentially, I'm paying $29.99 in order to unlock 3,300 crystals. So that's $30 for 3,300 crystals. I'm paying $80 for 8,800 crystals. That's $80 to 8,800 crystals. That makes it basically that for every crystal is equal to $1, or you know, one crystal, every crystal is basically equal to like $1.25. So our dollar has a little bit more value. It has even more value because the things that they layer into the event are things that you might actually need. So like these biometrics, maybe not so much, because it's 60 biometrics and it's Norn Stones of Chaos. Those don't have the value that you really want. But when you look at the Spider event token, then those have value for you. So what can you get with the Spider event token shop? So we got the event token shop here, and you can see for 650 of the Spider tokens, you can basically get a premium comic card. So that's any of the premium comic cards currently available inside the shop. They're going to be there. There are going to be some that you just cannot get, but these are the premium tokens that are comic cards there. You can also get a dimension chest for CTPs. So if you need any of these CTPs, you can't select them. That's the thing that you always have to be aware of with the dimension chest CTPs here. This is not a selector box. It is literally just a roll for a chance to get one of the CTPs. You could end up with any one of them. The good thing is that they have made a lot of these CTPs valuable now, since they have brilliant and mighty CTPs of most of the variants. So they have very significant value inside here. The only ones that you're really going to be pissed off if you get at this point is most likely going to be like the CTP of Patience, the CTP of Refinement, and probably to some degree the CTP of Transcendence. Maybe a little pissed off about the CTP of Transcendence. The rest of them inside here, pretty valuable. So you basically, you know, 3 out of, you know, 11, not bad odds, you know what I mean? Other than that, you could also get some other things. I think a lot of people probably will look for the special icon for Spider-Man. The special icon Spider Move is going to be in there, and then the tier 2 mega advancement tickets, these are always helpful inside here. And then down the barrel, the normal things, Mandalay gem fragments, you know, rank up tickets and things like that. It's really a smorgasbord of what it is that you need specifically in order to do whatever you're going to do inside here. The events overall is the events. Now, in order to collect these tokens, you need to make sure that you're logging in and completing the event quest daily. That means logging in, doing the dimension clear stages, dispatch missions, crafts, and card upgrades, enchanted urus. And as long as you collect these every day for the next, you know, 12-13 days, then you should end up with enough event tokens to purchase at the very least one of those 650 gem items, and you'll walk away with something good. It's not a bad event at all in that regard. So I would greatly suggest that you log in every day to do those. At the same time, we also have the bonus bonus missions that they seem to have jacked up on again, because we've got I'm assuming this is Korean. Don't quote me on that. I think this is Korean. But we have the non-English writing for the events inside here, basically for leveling up all the characters. Like I said, most of my characters I already have at level 70. So basically I need to awaken each of these characters, and then these are the uniform rank ups, so that way you can get them up here. Now I can tell you, for instance, like Colossus and her, pretty easy thing for me to rank up those characters because I've collected their biometrics. Not so easy for me to rank up Mr. Sinister, because you either need the mega uniform upgrade ticket or you need to just get his bios. Whichever one you choose to do, you need to do that. We also have the bonus mission, right, that's currently inside here going on, where we just basically using energy and we'll unlock these events. Overall, pretty good event. I think a lot of people will be a little turned off from the costumes because they recognize the fact that in order to get, you know, Sinister, Colossus, or you know, Psylocke bios in the same regard, you're pretty much locked into needing to basically go in here and have some kind of event going on. So for instance, she's only acquirable through the deluxe bonus reward or through the beginning of chaos mission in the epic quest for X-Force. So if you have this X-Force quest in here, you can farm this one every day, and that's essentially what I do with the character, is I farm her to no ends inside this area. Now the dimension chest does have Colossus bios in there as well, which is how I've accumulated some of those, because you can see it's Colossus, Phantom X, and Domino inside here. So I have stacked up a lot of, but if you're a relatively new player, then you might be a little perturbed or irked, because if you haven't unlocked the X-Force Deadpool, I don't know why you wouldn't have done that at this point, then you probably are locked out from getting Psylocke as well. So the costume event in here is a really cool event, because for veteran players, you probably already have these characters, especially Colossus, and Psylocke was a powerful beast and probably still is in some regards. Why you wouldn't have her, I don't know, but she's a really good character. So she's definitely one of the, but you know, she's kind of fallen out of meta, so I can understand if a new player doesn't have them. And Mr. Sinister wasn't necessarily, you know, a shiner, so he was pretty much a Shadowland character in of himself alone. So take it how you want to, but that's basically how you're going to unlock the costumes, and those are some of the events that are currently going on inside of Marvel Future Fight. Excuse me, Jesus Christ, I was about to jack that shit up right now. What do I want to show you? So the icon for Spider-Man, I basically wanted to show you that. I'm using my current Doctor Doom. You can see I don't purchase every icon in the game. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Special icons. I don't purchase every icon in the game. Some of them are collected, some of them haven't. So you can see the ones I have here. This is the Spider-Man icon that you're basically looking at that's going to be available to you this month. It's the special move icon. Mostly the reason why I don't collect all of them is because while some of them are really great and I really would like to have some, I really wish they had done a shops sale for these during Black Friday. They can be a little bit expensive because some of these you have to obtain through the future pass packs, basically for mythic and legendary tiers inside there, or the legendary and mythic tiers inside there. Like I really wanted the Colossus one, but that month I really wasn't really happy with the game, so I didn't purchase the mythic tier for that event. You know, I really wanted the Professor X, but again, I was in a place with some of these events where the game wasn't doing well enough for me to want to spend money on the game, so I went and forego those. So like that's how I usually vote. I vote with my wallet. So like if they're not gonna do what they're supposed to be doing, I'm not gonna pay. That's just what it is. So you can see, for instance, like right now, season 19, the legendary reward is Kingpin, Crime Lord. I don't really feel that one. And then we got Psionic Assassin for the mythic reward, and then the event shop Spider-Man. That's typically the way it boils down to. So up to you how you do those. That's how I get down on those. I hope you guys are enjoying the events and enjoying the costumes. I plan on bringing you guys some videos still for, you know, Psylocke, Colossus, and Mr. Sinister. All right, guys, until next time, peace.